Today, a dream of mine has become a reality. Ever since I started FPV 10 years ago, I wanted to get people flying, and one of the best ways that we can do that is with a simulator. And what you are seeing right here, this is my very own FPV SIM. This is why there hasn't been many videos on the channel in the last month. It's because I've been building an FPV SIM for everybody to enjoy. Like, the feature list is insane. It's got a world builder, adjustable physics. It binds right up to your radio. It has zero install. It runs on virtually anything, so it's almost instantaneous to get up and get flying, and it happens right in your browser. You can import maps. It shows you your hottest laps. You can race against them. Like, it is absolutely feature-packed. And the best part, it is live right now, and it is 100% free. I have built this for you to enjoy, so please come along with this journey and share this passion of mine of getting people flying. Let me show you this project, and I would love any feedback as well, because I want to develop this for you guys. So if we head over here, we're on DIYFPV. When you first join, let me just reset this right here, because I have been flying this, and that's how I knew that it was a lot of fun, when I started to fly this more and more and spend less time deving it. But when you first head over to DIYFPV, go up here, and in one of the resources, you'll find the drone sim. And the important part about this, it was designed from the ground up to run on virtually anything. Like, look, I can even fly it on my phone. And also, it was almost instantaneous. You didn't need a fancy graphics card. You just needed a web browser. Now, I'm using Google Chrome. Now, I do have my RadioMaster boxer plugged in, and you simply connect it. It should automatically detect anything. But if it doesn't, we do have a little calibrate section right here to calibrate your sticks. But let's start flying so I can show you some of the options. We're going to go to full screen. And I've got a nice little neon theme here, which I really, really like. Like, on first little flights, here we go. We can fly around, and you're going to see two things jump out in front of me. And this was a really fun feature to add. This is like your, I can't talk and fly at the same time, but that is chasing around your ghosts. So your best lap time is going to be the blue one. And if you can beat my red one, that was like the UAVfutures ghost that we've set as well. So we're going to get more into that towards the end of the video. But let me show you some really cool little features. Up the top, you can see this is where you're going to do all your channel adjustments and things like that. And you can bind a reset switch as well. It's default by R, but if you'd like to set one up on your radio, you can simply do that. We've got our stick overlays down here towards the bottom. Now, we're going to talk about drone and world options in just a little bit, but I do want to mention that under here, when it comes to flying around a sim, trying to get it to feel like real life can be quite difficult. You do have a couple of sliders if you don't like what I've got, and you think, oh, it's a little bit too floaty. You can adjust these or increase the thrust, momentum, drag, all that sort of stuff. And I have to say right now, this probably part is really important. This is not designed to feel better than Velocidrone. This is not designed to look better than Liftoff. This is not designed to have better multiplayer than Uncrashed. This sim that I have built is designed to be a free, easy to use tool for anybody with no high-end requirements. It's instantaneous in your browser. So that is why I've built it like this. It's not a replacement for those other sims you have to install. This is just another tool to get people flying and enjoying it. So we've got a couple little drone options right here. We can go through, we can change whether you do it acro, self-level, you can adjust your rates. I've got a couple of presets, or if you want to fine tune them, you can change what sort of battery you want to use. At the moment, I only have a 6S or a 4S battery, but if you've got some comments on how to improve this, please throw this down below. We also have some little crash detection if you'd like to fly around on a more difficult mode where once it detects a collision, it's going to reset you. You can enable that. You can adjust your field of view. And then this is another part that I'm quite excited about. I'm going to turn my sound off actually, because look, you can have sound if you want to, but I'm going to be talking over this. Check this out. You can put some skies on, or maybe you don't want to have a look at what my theme is going to look like. You can fly around, and I'm not flying around in a neon future right now. We just got some grass and blue skies and those sorts of things as well. But check this out. When I land, I'm going to go to edit map right here. And I understand that this is a very bare bones looking interface, because most of the time was put in making the fun features to use that are going to help people fly and enjoy the hobby. But this is still functional. And this is how I built that world, because you can actually build your complete own world with your friends. I've got a couple of different little maps right here. So look, let me just load this one, and then we'll jump back, save and fly. You're going to have to go full screen again. Where is it? Right here. Let's just hide this. And now here's a little training map that I've made. So if you want to fly around, look, there's just a nice little course that you can try to beat. Or if you would just like to build your complete own world, you can do that. Like, this is for you to use, and you can export, make new maps, whether you want to put a new one in here. You can even send them to your friends. So the way you do that is you click export, you copy all this text, and then when it comes to importing, you just import there. There's going to be some more features in the future, but this is a very bare bones way of doing that. And look how instantaneous this is. Like, let's say I want to put a skyscraper right in the middle right here. Let's click save and fly. Look at this. There's no reload needed, nothing like that. We are ready to rock and roll, fly around one of these. But if you mess something up, just simply come up here, click reset to default, and then you're back to flying again. Everything's going to be sort of how it was when you first started this. Put it back on my favorite theme right here. So here we are, hide this, and then this is the sim that I have always wanted. You'll notice down here when it came to these little ghosts that we've got flying around, your one and then my hard-coded one that I have baked in, you can clear your best lap time here, but I still need a world record time. So if that is you, if you think what you've got to submit a world record, there is a form that you can submit here. You're going to need to like get one of export your local times and your ghost times and things like that so I can check it out. So that process is a little bit more involved, but if you do set a world record time, please let me know. But even though the sim is free and it is for everybody and I want everybody to use it and enjoy FPV, I do have to give a special shout out to my members and patrons, because without them, I couldn't do this mission of sharing FPV with as many people as possible. YouTube is harder than ever to make a living on. And if today is the day that you decide, Stu, I do really like what you're doing, you got some bonus videos to watch over on my members only page, and your support helps me do things like this for the community to enjoy FPV. So if today's the day when you become a member, I want to say thank you. It means more than you could imagine. Now, full disclosure, I built this with the help of AI. I do not know how to code. I would never be able to build this in a million years, so I used AI to help me do it. I'm not charging any money for it. It's completely free. It doesn't need an install. It plays in your web browser on virtually anything. The physics, they might be a little bit off. The graphics, they're not going to look as good as some of those high-end ones that you need to install. That's not what it's designed for. This is a free tool to help people get flying. I would have loved this when I started over a decade ago, and it's only now because of DIYFPV and you guys that we can do that. So anyway, the link's going to be down below. I would love to know what you think. If you can set a world record time, please send me those files. I would love to hard bake them in here so we can have your flights in here so people can try to race against it. And as always, happy flying. Like I am so excited for this. Well, this is an absolute pleasure to give you guys, because FPV changes lives, and it changed my life in such a massive way that I hope this gets other people flying as well. Anyway, happy flying. I'm gonna go back to flying the sim to see if I can set some better world records. Shout out to the banana tree in the background. That's the first time I've ever been able to successfully grow bananas in the backyard. So, I want to add this in, like just a little public service announcement that might help. Remember, I don't have a Mac to test this on, but if you plug this in and it's getting some of these inverted or they're a little bit incorrect and the calibration doesn't work, that's because I believe Mac assigns like some of the switches values before the accesses on your radio. So you can try moving some of those before doing it. Or try Google Chrome if you're on Mac. So that might be where some of the cases are. Every radio that I've tested, it's working on, but I can't test it on Mac and with things like Safari. So I'd love to know. It's also working on my phone, just the same that it does here, but that's an Android phone. So just a little public service announcement. If you're trying to get this to work on Mac, maybe you're going to have some different issues. Maybe you're going to get it flying around on one of the smart fridges. That would be pretty cool.